if you have a website, an existing website, and you want to target keywords, it's a completely different situation from if you're looking for ideas and you want to find, really good, profitable keywords to build websites. And kind of one of the things that we do here at Blogging Underground is we have a system where you look for the keywords and you let the keywords find you, and then you go look for domain names that are available, and then you buy the domain names for the keyword, and then you build out the site serving that keyword, and you do all of the right things, and then it's really easy to get top rankings. In fact, just about any keyword, if you pick the right keyword, if you get the exact match domain name for it, it's really easy. With a couple of links in the Blogging Underground blog network, you can get a top ranking pretty quick, almost every time. But there's an art to picking the keyword, so it's not just so simple as getting any keyword. And I'll show you in a few minutes here about that as well. So let's go ahead and take a look here at AdWords. I took a screenshot here the other day. We had a conversation on my blog about exact match and broad match and phrase match, and there's some I think there's some misinformation going around suggesting that exact match is not the best way to really pick keywords. And if it's okay, I'd just like to give you a quick little crash course in why I feel exact match is really the best way to go about picking your keywords. And I have an example here. So if you're going to go after a #1 top ranking on Google, ideally what you want to do is you want to create a web page that targets the phrase exactly as people search for it. So if you're going to create content and get a listing, like here for dog allergy treatment, if and when, well, let's do dog allergy treatments because I'm #1 for that. If you target that phrase and you get the #1, you're only going to get the traffic from the exact match volume. So what I think a lot of people do, and I talk to members all the time who've done this, who've mistakenly gone after keywords that turn out to not really have any volume, is they look at the broad match data because it's big numbers, and it looks on the surface like it's something good to go after. So I created this example here. Take a look at medicine sports, for example. Broad match on Google, it gets 368,000 global monthly searches. But if you change the setting to exact match, it gets 170 searches. And the reason for that is it's a backwards phrase. Nobody searches for medicine sports. They search for sports medicine. So while it may be tempting and you may see a keyword like this and go, oh my God, medicinesports.org is available, I'm going to go after it, it could be a mistake, and you have to look at it a little carefully. And the way to really do that is don't look at the broad results. You want to look at the exact results, and this is exactly the volume. So if you get a #1 top ranking on Google, this is the traffic that you're going to get a piece of. You're not going to get a piece of 368,000 if you rank for medicine sports. So that's a really big thing. Now, actually, I learned a lot about that from taking training for pay-per-click, because if you're a pay-per-click advertiser and you advertise for a broad match, you'll find out that what happens is that you get all this worthless traffic because you get the traffic for before and after the keyword as well. Like if you were to bid on the word sports and you were going to buy pay-per-click for it, that's a terrible word to bid for. I mean, look, they're only paying 64 cents for it, because if you bid for sports broad match, you're going to get a ton of traffic, but it's not going to be targeted traffic as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and one of the other things I wanted to show you as well was the actual keyword research spreadsheet. So let's see if I can find this here. Here's Microsoft Excel, And I'm going to go ahead and make that larger for you. Okay. So here's an example of like one of the spreadsheets that we use in Blogging Underground. And basically, the system that I use, that I suggest that people do, is you look at, I'm going to hide the local monthly. Okay, so basically you look at a spreadsheet like this, and when you get the raw spreadsheet, it'll have a lot of keywords that don't have any value. But what I did was I went to the spreadsheet and I removed all of the keywords that had less than, I think it was $1. So anything less than $1 average cost per click, and this is all exact match data, by the way, I removed. And then for the volume, I think I removed anything less than 500. So right now we have a lean and mean spreadsheet here, and we have about 1,100, almost 1,200 keywords that made the cut. So what I went and did was I went ahead and I dropped these domains into GoDaddy. And I know we're in a hurry here, so what I'm just going to do is I'm going to open up the results that I searched for. I have a Word doc here. And right now, all of these domains are available. So I don't know. Can you see those okay, Mark? Are those big enough? I'll make them a little bit bigger there. So you can see we got, look at some of the keywords right now that are available. And these are all, getting $54 a click, $45 a click, and so forth. So let's check out some of the domains we can get right now. You guys can race and go see if they're available. So psychology course, psychology learning, Bachelor of Psychology, study psychology, and there's a bunch of others. They're not just all psychology. These are just in the order of the highest average cost per click. So we have distance learning, learning psychology, online classes for high school, colleges for psychology. So you can see here as we go through the list, there are many, many, many opportunities. And basically what you do is you go through these and then you make a note of the ones that are, you think are good, probable domains that you would rank for and actually make money with. And then you do some other things. You go and you look up and you see if there's any good ads showing on Google, and you confirm in the AdWords tool if there's good volume and so forth. And then when you qualify it, and there's a whole module in the Blogging Underground training about that, you basically have a really good idea if it's going to be a profitable keyword. And then you get the domain, and then there's a whole process where you basically introduce the site and you do the things I was talking about, like when I built out the dog allergy site here. Are there any questions, by the way, Mark?
There are a lot of questions.
Was there anything you wanted to jump in with, or did you have a...
Well, here, it's relevant now, I suppose. A question from Brian. .com versus the other extensions, does it matter?
It only matters if you're going to try to sell the domain or if you're going to get type-in traffic, in which case you really want to have a .com. But to be honest, it doesn't.